What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to be talking about this game called Sharpshooters. This game was made in 1994. It's for ages 12 and up, and it is for 2 to 6 players. Now, this game is primarily a dice game, so if you like dice games, this is a good one to pick up. Basically, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be building poker hands using various types of cards on the board, and if you can build those hands, you're going to win money. This is a game that is quite unique, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how to play it right now. Check it out. Okay, everybody, I've got this game set up for 3 players right here. As you can see, each player has 10 dice that they are going to be using throughout the game. The object is to try to use these dice to fill in these spaces here on the board cards. Now, there's plenty of cards in this version here, and there's also some on the back. But virtually what you're going to be doing is you're going to be trying to win money by filling in these rows right here. Now the trick is that you don't want your opponent to fill in these rows. So if you end up rolling, let's say I roll, and you'll start with 5 dice. You're always going to end up starting with 5 dice, and you can choose to keep rolling or to stop. So let's say I go ahead and I roll, and I have all these numbers here. I can go ahead and try to fill in these spots. Now, the only way I can do it is I have to go left to right. I can't go skipping around. And I have to play at least 1 die per turn. If I can't play one, then my turn is going to end. So let's say I go ahead and I play this 2. I can have the option of rolling again or stopping. So I'm going to go ahead and roll again, and I have another 2. So as you can see, I'm building towards this and trying to get 30 points. So I'm going to roll one more time, and I got a 2. So that row is closed out, and I'm going to collect $30 worth of chips from that. Now, the thing that will make this game interesting is that if you decide to stop rolling, on your next turn you're going to use the spare dice to refill back up to 5. But what gets interesting is the strategy, because some of these are very long right here, like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say you roll 5 dice and you get the 1, the 2, and the 3, and the 4, but you miss the 5. This is going to give somebody else a chance to grab this large straight and get the 70 points. So part of the strategy is trying to determine how many dice you should roll and how many of these you should fill up, because what you want to try to do is fill up enough to where you might be able to grab it on your next turn, but not fill it up to the point where another player can actually get it. Now this is the negative spot right here. If you end up scoring on this, you're going to end up losing money. And again, you're going to have to play at least 1 die per turn. So eventually, as these spaces get filled up, this is going to become one of the things you want to try to avoid. So you don't want to end up rolling a 3, especially on the last one here. As long as you can avoid getting the last 3 over there, you're not going to lose any money. But that's one of the things that's going to make this game interesting. Now we have the wild spaces. As you can see, this particular one is worth 80 points. What's going to happen is if you roll the dice, and let's say I have a 3, I can go ahead and put a 3 here. But the rest of these are going to have to be all 3s. They have to be the same number as the first one right here. So then I would go ahead and I would play another 3. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a quick round here with you guys real quick, just to kind of show you how this works. Okay, so I got 2 1s. I'm going to go ahead and try to fill out the 40 here and see if I maybe can get it. Okay, I didn't get that, but I'm going to go ahead and place a 4 right here. And I'm going to go ahead and end my turn because I don't want to really take any chances. So the next guy is going to roll 5 dice. He rolls, he gets 3 3s. That's good. That's not going to really help him much. So let's say he decides to play 1 here and he plays a 1 here. He rolls again, and he rolls a 1. So since he's completed this row, he's going to go ahead and collect 40 chips. Or not 40 chips, I'm sorry, $40 worth of chips. Now he can continue rolling if he wishes, or he can stop. So let's say he decides to stop. He's going to put these here, and he's going to fill his reserve with these dice. And the other player, first player, is going to do it. So now the third guy goes. He picks up 5 dice, and he starts to roll. He hasn't got a lot of money. Okay. Alright, so he rolls a 2. He decides to keep on going. And he's got 2 6s, so with these 6s, he's going to go ahead and collect $20 worth of chips right here. And so the game basically keeps on going like this, and once this entire card is filled out, you're going to take it out and give back everybody their dice. And you're going to go ahead and play again. So let's say you decide to do this side. Now something to note, eventually you're going to run low on dice. So let's say
I've played, let me see here, I need 10 dice here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's say I went ahead and I've played 7 dice on one card over a course of turns. If I have 3 dice left, that's the only dice that I'm going to be able to use for my next turn. So that's another part of the strategy, is trying to determine how many dice you should try to have left over, because the more dice you have, the better chance you have of trying to score points. But a lot of it also is looking at the board and trying to determine, how many dice should I roll and how many numbers should I cover up to try to get the turn back to me so I can complete it. Because, again, your opponents are going to be trying to go for those same numbers. But anyway, typically you're going to play about 6 rounds worth of this, and whoever has the most amount of chips at the end of the game will win. And also, just for note, for the instructions, they say you have to throw the dice against the wall and bounce it back to the playing field. So anyway, this is a pretty cool little game. Me and my wife have played it, and it's a pretty fun game to play with a lot of people. So if you like dice games and you like poker, I would suggest getting this game.